So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, we're back today to have a look at some more PES 2017 info. Now this has been taken from, obviously, the internet. We've had a couple of screenshots, we've got some tweets from Adam we're going to be looking at, as well as sort of the control scheme. Now what I will say is if you do find info on there online, whether it be PES or FIFA, please do let me know. If I don't find it, I'll be more than happy to do a video on it. So just shoot me an email, officialtruebrits@gmail.com. or even shoot me over a message. It's fine. But anyway, let's dive straight into it. No messing about. The first thing that was shown was the control scheme, sort of the information. Here it is. We're going to look at it in a little bit more detail in just a second. Obviously, we're going to zoom in. But we have sort of attack, defense, showing the buttons, and then here is the new control reality with the new and improved features. So let's have a look at it. Let's dive straight into the attacking side of things. So it's pretty much the same as last year, as you can see. R1 and left stick will make dash dribble. I normally change it, to be honest. I make R2 sprint and R1 as close control, and there we have them two. Low through ball will be triangle, as we know, and I'm pretty sure this is just a chip through ball there with L1 and triangle. We've got shoot, just square, and then this, you can't really tell it out too much, but yeah, I think it says chip shot and controlled shot, so that's going to be the usual R2 or R1, however you have it set. Then we have the lofted pass, which is circle, low pass, which is X, and then dribbling with the left stick and the controls on the right. So no difference from last year. It's going to be exactly the same. Let's now have a look at the defense. Same thing again. Cursor change with L1, sprinting with R1, bring out the keeper with triangle, clear it with square, slide tackle circle, apply pressure with X. A manual, what does that say? Manual tackle there with the double press of X. Positioning with the left stick, and manual cursor change with the right. It's a bit of a shame that there isn't more to it. I would have liked to see the defending improve further. From what I've heard around people that have played it, the defending is not really anything special. It's sort of the same as last year. I just don't think there's enough freedom for defending. Defending in the football game, any kind of football game, is important. And I think there should be a lot of different sort of controls and mechanics towards it. Yeah, they want to make it as simple as possible, but I still feel like defending-wise in PES, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. But there we go. That is all we have for attack and defense. It's the same sort of thing as last year. So we take a look at the second page. It says control card 2 out of 2. So this is all that was shown. But control reality with the new and improved features. So here they are, the 6 of them. We're going to talk through them now in a little bit more detail. I have written it out for you guys so you can actually read it, because it's quite hard to read otherwise, especially if you're watching a video. So, advanced instructions is the first point. With L2 up and down, you can change your attacking options. L2 left and right is your defensive. And what they state is set 2 attacking and 2 defensive tactics in your game plan and activate them during play. Retain the ball using tick-attacker tactics, or set your sights on the goal by triggering counter target. Right, well, let's talk about the negatives of this first of all. Is the word tick-attacker. Why is this being used? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, my club's tick-attacker online. That's what it is. It's just pass, pass, pass. There's no realistic pace about it. It's arcadey. It's not enjoyable for me. So I don't know why they're using tick-attacker. They could have said retain the ball using possession tactics, or set your sights on the goal by triggering sort of counter-attacking. I mean, I don't know why they're saying counter-target as well. They're coming up with these terms that don't really make too much sense. But what does this mean? Well, I'm presuming it means before the game, you'll set 2 tactics for defensive, obviously, and attacking. And then in-game, you can adjust them on the fly. So maybe you can play a 4-4-2 and then switch to a 4-3-3, or you're playing a 4-4-2 and you switch to a 5-3-2. Something like that. I'm sure it's going to be similar to this year, where you could change it from offensive to defensive, and then you had a second offensive tactic. So that's maybe what we're getting this year. Maybe 2 and 2, so we're getting 4 instead of 2. Not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but sort of sounds like that. So next up we have real touch. Move before receiving the ball. If you have a look at the controls for it, you just use the left stick before you get the ball, and the player will do some sort of a dummy. And what they state is, use the left stick to move before the ball reaches you. Push the left stick in the same direction as the ball is moving to deftly dummy your opponent without even touching the ball. It does sound quite similar to FIFA's no-touch dribbling. Obviously, it isn't a no-touch dribble. It's more of a dummy effect. So we can't really get a whole lot out of this, to be honest. We've got to get our hands on the game with it and see how useful this will be. I mean, if you just move the left stick and that's it, you know, we'll wait and see. Okay, attack and defense levels. So they're bringing this back, it looks like, from a couple of years ago. The L2 and R1 will be attacking, L2, R2 defensive. It's quick and easy to change your team's attitude depending on how the game is going. Select the most attacking option and the goalkeeper will charge forward for corner kicks right at the end of the game. Now they did get rid of this a couple of years ago and I was disappointed when they did that because I used to always adjust, you know, defensively and attacking sort of tactics on the fly during the game. And it would have that little bar in the corner that would change accordingly. If it was lower on bars, it would be more defensive. If it was higher, it would be more attacking, etc. So they're bringing that back. Good to see. And obviously, at the end of the game, if you are going full gun-ho, your keeper will come up. But there isn't an option to make him come up without that. So, you know, we'll see that if that's incorporated or not. Real touch, escape a marker with first touch control. So you'll be using R1 and the left stick. I mean, I'll be using R2 because I use sprint as R2 when receiving the ball. So kick the ball in the opposite direction to your opponent's movement and escape your marker with skillful one-touch control. So, I don't know too much about that. I mean, once again, it's similar to the other real touch. It's just going to be a case of flicking the left stick while sprinting and then you get an extra yard past your defender. That's what I make it out to be. So we'll wait to see it in effect and how useful it is. Corner kick strategies. Now obviously this is something new for the PES series. You'll use the left directional pad whilst taking the corner and then you'll select well, as you can see, 4 attacking or 3 defensive ones. So when taking a corner kick, change your formation, selecting 4 attacking strategies or 3 defensive ones. Find the style that suits you and stay 1 step ahead of your opponents. So yeah, it's basically like FIFA's, you know, when you put his hand up and he does a short corner or a near post cross or mark the goalie or a back post. That's what they're going for. But, you know, they have got 7 to choose from, 4 attacking and 3 defensive. So they're probably going to have zonal, man marking. I'm not sure what the other one will be. And then I'm sure attacking, they'll have like FIFA, on the edge of the box, near post, etc. But it's a nice addition, and I think it's one that was needed either way. And finally, we have precise pass, a variety of context-specific kicks. So it just shows you the kick buttons, circle, X, and triangle. And they say you can respond rapidly to circumstances with a range of different kicks, varying depending on the ball's height or distance from you. Just be aware that if you're really stretching yourself to make a pass, its accuracy is likely to be reduced. Well, that's good. That's definitely good that now you have to actually be near the ball. I mean, that just sounds like they've made the passing more realistic, and I hope that is the case. I hope that you can't whip in a perfect cross if you're off balance, if it's on your weaker foot, etc. Because that was needed. I think, you know, shooting or passing when you're off balance just doesn't happen in the real world. You're not going to score a goal from 30 yards out when you're off balance. It's a very big rarity that it does happen. So there we have it. That is all of the control scheme, as you guys can see, done and dusted. Let me know what you guys make of it in the comments below. But anyway, we're going to have a look at this screenshot real quickly. This was taken from an event, so it is officially 100% true. And as you can see, it looks like Arsenal will be licensed in PES 2017. Now, does that mean Man United won't be? I'm not sure. We don't have 100% proof of that. But yeah, Arsenal are going to be licensed. This is the new game plan. It's very similar to last year. They have added these, you know, faces here. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of them. Mainly just because, I mean, they can't even read these 2 players in the middle. You know, you can't even see their names. I mean, they could have made this maybe a little bit better presentation-wise. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it look a little bit more professional, but it's alright. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. It's just the game plan. And you can see down the bottom, attack 1, 2, defense 1 and 2, all, you know, using the directional pad, but you can switch those on and off accordingly. There you have it. And the right-hand side, same as last year. They're just stating what they're using. They're using possession game, short pass, wide, maintain formation, and then defensively they're using this. So there we have it. And then we have a look at Atletico Madrid. You know, ratings and faces don't worry about too much. You know, Griezmann being an 80 is a little bit low. He should be at least, you know, an 88 plus. But it's a nice screenshot to see. And yeah, there's the proof that Arsenal will be licensed. So there you go, you Arsenal fans. Love it. And finally, we're going to have a look at some tweets from Adam that was shown. So the first one was, this guy said, maybe they could add free kicks when fouled by the computer. And Adam came back responding with, referees completely reworked, with a thumbs up. So, good news that the referees have been reworked. But we've also got to have fouls, though. I mean, there's no point in the referees being reworked if there's no fouls in the game. How many fouls do we get this year? Hardly any. The AI never foul you, apart from the one-off. So, got to see more fouls as well from the AI. This one, Adam, can you confirm that replays in scoring a goal has improved? He said, the game has completely new replays based on TV broadcast. However, manual replays remain the same. I think that means sort of offline, when you pause it, not offline, but when you pause it, when you save a replay, they're going to be the same. And probably after the broadcast ones, obviously, it's going to be the same. But yeah, interesting. We'll see how they look. How broadcasty will they be? I think that'll be the ultimate question. But it's good to see that they have sorted out the terrible... I mean, actually, this year, the replays were worse than last year, to be honest. You can't even see the ball. We have here, will the skill moves be improved? Currently, it's slow and laggy. He said now super responsive, which is good. I mean, they do take a little bit of time to do this to the skills. I mean, I don't want them to be to the point where it's ridiculous and you can just spam the stick and you're doing 100 different tricks. I mean, that's a little bit obscene. And finally, what is your assessment of the new game footage graphics compared to the last two releases? He says it will be significant by release time. So, I mean, significant is a big word to use. And, you know, looking at the screenshots that we saw, this one here, definitely it does look a lot better and cleaner than last year. But anyway, that is all the info for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you make of the whole control scheme here and these new features. And once again, as I said before, if you have any latest footage or any info about FIFA or PES, shoot me an email, shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to put a video together. But until next time, hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more, and take care.